Hey guys, Barry Casson here again. I'm usually talking about my book, How to Become Who You Were Meant to Be, available on Amazon and at Bolin Books. But today we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk mostly drums, something I've been doing since I was, 16 years old. Some of you may know I teach drums at Tempo Trend Music in Victoria. Have been for about 11 years. I've got students from now 5 years old to about 65. Yeah, 5 years old. I had one student who was 95, if you can believe that. A lady came in, her husband had taken up ukulele, and she wanted to be with him, to help him, just to work with him, and she took lessons for about a month, and at the end of a month I think he passed away, which sadly, but I was very impressed with her abilities at 95. So today we're going to talk a little bit about drums, right? Okay, let's first deal with the history of drums. I think that might be appropriate. So drums go all the way back to the Middle Ages, probably in China thousands of years ago, and in Africa they were used for early tribes to talk back and forth. Drums were always used, so they've always been a communication tool, right? And in Europe they were used in armies, to communicate to the troops what they were going to do, forward, sideways, run away, I don't know. But they were used for that kind of thing, for communication back then. Been around a long time, as you know. And as a matter of fact, I guess it's, just a little history thing here, if you find it interesting. The longest drum solo was apparently 33 hours. That's like a day and a half. That's a pretty long drum solo. The Guinness Book of Records stuff, right? I think the longest solo I ever did was about 5 minutes. But after 30 seconds, the audience got up and left along with the rest of the band. So it wasn't too good, Anyway, let's talk about the history. We've done that a little bit. Let's talk about a few things like sticks. We know about sticks. Drummers usually have two sticks, and usually you see them playing like this. This is called matched grip. You see how I can see the backs of my wrist, and they're both the same? That's matched grip, right? There's another grip called conventional or traditional grip, where the left hand is held like this. That's the way I learned to play, was like this. Some of the top drummers today still play like this, but what happened is in the 60s when the Beatles came to the United States, Ringo was playing matched grip like this, and it kind of caught on. People were saying, oh, maybe that's the way we should play. So a lot of them are playing that way today. It is actually easier to learn to play matched grip this way than to learn to play this way. It's just the left-hand thing is a little bit different, okay? So let's talk about those sticks for a minute. The sticks are made of hickory usually. The manufacturers can be Promark or Zildjian or Vickfirth or Goodwood or all kinds of them. They make these sticks, usually I say it out of hickory. Length is usually about the same on most sticks. Excuse me. You'll notice here that there's a little plastic tip. Can you see that? That little tip on the end there. Well, in the early days when the drummers were playing the ride cymbal, that's the big cymbal on their right, they would wear out the tip, and the stick would still be good, but you couldn't hear much because you were playing with a point rather than a tip, right? So these came out in the 50s. It was a really good idea. You see a lot of sticks like that today, but you still see some sticks without the tip, right? So when it comes to the grips, they're a little different. We have this, which is called German grip. You can see the backs of my wrist. See that? Then they have French grip, which is this way, where you're playing up and down like this. And then we have American grip, which is really German grip, but instead of the thumb on the side, they bring it on the top like that. So that's called American grip. And I don't know if you can see this grip on the left hand with traditional. You see how there's a fulcrum like between my thumb and my first finger. That's kind of the fulcrum that works for traditional grip. It's the way I play. It's the way I learned. You still see some guys doing it all the time. Some of the top drummers still play that way. So, Anyway, we've got a little bit about sticks, a little bit about the history of drums. And there's another thing we have called rudiments. Just like a singer is out there, practicing scales, do-da-da-da-da-da, or maybe playing sax, doing scales, or whatever it might be. For drummers, we don't have scales. What we do have is a thing called rudiments. And rudiments are just different ways of using the stick. Not everything we do is right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. That's called a single stroke. Right, left, right, left, right, left. A little faster. Okay? Now, we also have what we call paradiddles, which is a rudiment. You may have heard of it. It's kind of been around for a while, and I talked to some new drummers, and I'll mention paradiddle. Oh, I've heard that somewhere, right? So what is a paradiddle? A paradiddle is a type of sticking where you go right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. A little faster. A little faster. That's a paradiddle, all right? So yeah, it's like patting your head and rubbing your stomach kind of thing, right? And you can use them, drummers use them in rock beats, in rock fills, all kinds of things. This is just called a paradiddle. Another one we have is called doubles, where we play 2 beats on each stick. Put that together, a little bit more, a little more. It's a little rusty. That's better. So those are doubles, and you'll notice I'm kind of bouncing the stick because your wrists will only move so fast, so far. Even if you're playing match, you can't, it's like your wrist will, you've got to learn to bounce the stick. And that takes a fair amount of practice to do that. Some of my students have got it down way better than I can do it. Mind you, they've got quite a few years on me too. So there's that. Then we have buzz rolls. You probably heard this. That takes a little bit of practice too, getting into that. Right? So those are just a couple of rudiments, okay, as the drummer would practice. Like there's probably 40 of them. Most drummers maybe know a dozen. All right, so that's just a little bit of history. I'm on a pad here rather than playing the drum because if I hit that thing, we'd both go deaf, you and me. It's just, so that's why we have pads. I'd say that 80% of drummers work on a pad on the kit, especially if you're on the road. You don't have time to be setting up your drum kit every 5 minutes. You're backstage just working your stuff. That's the way it works, all right? So I hope that's just a little bit of an introduction to some of the things about drumming. I'm going to be presenting a lot more of these. Once again, I teach at Tempo Trend Music. If you have friends looking for drum lessons, I always give free lessons. You just call me. I'm not a pressure type of guy. If they want to come down, they like the lesson and sign up, it's good for them, good for me, happy. If they like the lesson and don't sign up, that's no skin. I'm fine with that too. Most students, I must admit, do sign up because that's why they came in the first place, because they were interested. But if they don't, that's cool too. So to contact me, it's just Barry Casson. You can go to my website, barrycasson.com, or my email is just bcasson@speakfilm.com. All one word, speakfilm.com. I hope this has been interesting to you. I'm going to planning on putting out a few more of these. And in the interim, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope it's been educational. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.